The dream is the small hidden door in the deepest and most intimate sanctum of the soul. Carl Jung.
Hi, bestie.
Hi, bestie.
How we doing today?
I'm sleepy. How are you doing?
I am adjusting my mic. But other than that, I'm doing great.
Good.
We got to watch an episode of Eureka together.
We did.
And it's a fun one.
It is a fun one.
And Vince went fishing this morning.
He did with Eric.
Yeah, they didn't catch anything.
Oh.
But they had fun.
That's what matters.
Yes. And Vince burnt his poor little knees.
Bless it.
It's funny, last night as we were going to bed, Vince got a text from Eric saying, asking if he wanted to go fishing today. And I was like, you should, because they were going to go in the morning and I was working and you should. And so he texted him back that he would. And then he's like, all right, set my alarm for 3 a.m. And I'm like, me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Very, very sleepy.
Yes.
It's nap time.
It is nap time. Early mornings require naps.
Mm-hmm.
Although, if we napped together, do you think we would share a dream?
Maybe.
Doubtful, but maybe.
But maybe.
And that is what we get to discuss today on our episode of Eureka.
You're killing it with these segues.
I might be getting good at this. Probably not, but I'll pretend. So today we are discussing Eureka Season 2, Episode 6, Noche de Suenos.
Noche de Suenos.
It means Night of Dreams.
Yes, it does. Mm-hmm. And that one I knew.
It aired on August 14th, 2007. It was directed by Eric Laneuville.
Sorry if we butchered your name.
Yeah. But the writer was Jamie Paglia, one of our creators.
We love that.
Yeah. So this is kind of one of his episodes.
I like it.
He did a good job.
I love this episode.
Yeah, this episode was comical when it needed to be. And
it was a chill vibe episode.
Yeah. Well, probably because a lot of the time they were sleeping.
I like that. No wonder I'm so tired.
We just watched an entire episode about dreams.
People sleeping. And the whole time I'm just like, I wish I was sleeping.
I'll share that dream with you.
Okay.
I'll share Jack's dream.
Yes.
Yes.
Won't we all?
Yes. So, when we start the episode, Jack and Allie are running together.
Yeah, they're having a cute little run date.
Out for a little morning run.
It's cute.
Chatting. Allison is talking about her new job role as director. And she says things have been calm.
Why would you say that?
Why would you do that, Allison? It's like us saying the E word before a wedding. The E word is easy, by the way.
I still don't believe that one.
No. The moment anybody says, oh, this will be an easy wedding, before the wedding starts,
I've never had
something
that happen.
Explodes.
Never had that problem.
Oh my gosh. It happens to me all the time. I refuse to say the E word. I'll say this will be a fun wedding, or this wedding is probably going to be chill. I just won't say the E word.
Yeah, I say it. It doesn't bother me.
Well, you're not superstitious like me and
Correct.
Jack. Because Jack is about ready to run home and shower.
Yes.
Because she keeps tempting fate.
Correct. And she just wants a shower because her water heater is broken.
And a cold shower just isn't going to happen. I don't know about you, but for me, no.
No, I don't even like a cold shower.
Even when I dyed my hair unicorn colors, they were all like, wash your hair in cold water. I'm like, no, that will never happen. Never.
I will do my body in warm water, like in hot water, and then I will do like a room temperature to like bring my body temperature back down.
No. My showers are hot. Vince can tell you. He's like, he'll get in the shower after me or something, and he's like, how are you not burning your skin off right now? I'm
Oh,
like,
that's me
"It's
when I first get in the
comfy."
shower. 100% when I first get in the shower.
Oh, yeah, no. And then I have my towel, like, hanging over the shower so I don't have to get out of the shower before I towel off. Because I want
Same.
to stay warm and comfy. But Jack offers to fix her hot water heater, because he's handy.
He is.
And we gotta love a handy guy.
We do.
I,
Speaking of, did Vince take my light stand?
oh, I don't know. Vince, did you ever fix Maddie's light stand?
Okay. Thank you.
See, we love a handy guy.
We do.
So Jack goes back to Allison's with her, and Allison offers him some after-run juice of some sort.
Sure, is that what we're calling it these days?
Well, he
Yeah,
asks
I
for
know.
something stronger. He's like, is it happy hour? And she's like, only if you consider Vincent's, I don't know, it sounded like some health food
Probably, yeah.
concoction, happy. They start hearing noises from upstairs, and it's Stark putting something in Kevin's room, installing something, and he says it's for his music therapy.
It does look like a speaker.
It does. But again, apparently he didn't tell Allison about this, because she didn't even know he'd be there. Or her son. Like, what are they doing home early?
Right.
You know, so yet again, nobody is consulting this woman on her son's care.
Or her life.
Or her life at all. Or, you know, remodeling her home.
Right.
Not exactly a remodel, but still installing something in her home. And she didn't mention that the water heater needed someone with a degree from MIT to fix.
A PhD from MIT.
PhD from MIT.
Because it is fission.
So what I'm thinking, since she just happened to not mention this to Carter when he offered to help, is that she just wanted to get him back to her house.
100%.
When she thought they'd be alone.
Yep.
Just saying. But he kind of leaves embarrassed because he does not have a PhD from MIT. He's running home. He's you know, continuing his jog, and saves Fargo from getting hit by a truck.
Because he's trying to get his dog.
His dog Sparky.
Yeah. He's so cute.
But the truck crashes, it leaks all over the place, and Jack gets the driver out.
It's the most dramatic crash I've ever seen.
It is, yeah.
It hits that one car, which explodes instantly, which is not what happens.
That's not how that works, unless that car really needs to be recalled.
Even then, like, because a spark would have to happen,
True.
which would be metal on metal, and have to get to somewhere that would cause a flame.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the gas tank and explodes.
Yeah.
Like, if for it to explode instantly is very...
Vince literally just popped his head
like a 30
out
mile
the
per hour
room.
accident.
Was it the Ford one?
It was not the Pinto. That's not the car that got hit in the episode.
Tap the bumper and it would explode.
Yes, the Ford Pinto. If
Well,
you tapped the bumper, it would
That's
explode.
ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. Unless the car really needed a recall.
Yeah, okay. Such a dramatic crash.
It was very dramatic. And then, yeah, it flipped up over another car and tipped to the side.
Yeah.
And we have this rain of whatever it was hauling
Right.
coming down. And Fargo points out that it says toxic.
Uh-oh.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. Jack is getting a nice shower of toxic chemicals.
It's a nice shower for us.
Yes, after the toxic chemicals.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other shower.
No, the next shower that we see is lovely. Because not for Jack.
No, not for Jack at all.
Because he is very in public. It's like, guys, can you at least put like frosted glass from like
Right,
waist down
like, come
for this
on.
poor person? Like a little privacy screen going up or something. But he has to strip in front of everyone.
Yes.
And take a decontamination shower. Now, I'm not mad about the stripping, but also...
I'm sure he would be.
But also he would be. And I feel like they could have at least provided him a little privacy screen or something. And then, after his very public shower, he goes home to nap. Which,
Nap time.
fair. I don't know if he napped all day or what, because now it's the next morning. And he's getting up to go to work. And he's naked.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie Palia, for giving us Shirtless Jack yet again.
We appreciate you.
And the next morning, Zoe says that she had a bad dream.
And she is very cagey.
She's very skittish. She's
Yeah.
cagey. She's like embarrassed. She zoops right on out of there to go to school because she's like, I'll just get some breakfast at school because I cannot deal with looking my dad in the face right now.
Right.
Jack gets to work and Joe is laughing at him.
Yeah.
She tells him that she had a weird dream and tells him all about it.
And it's the same dream.
Yes. Now at Cafe Diem, they're talking about this shared dream, and we meet Dr. Childress
Yes.
with Vincent, who is helping Vincent become more efficient, just for funsies.
I love that. I love her.
Didn't you say this is like your dream job? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make everything as streamlined as possible.
Yes.
I love it.
Vincent kind of makes a remark that, oh, Jack could use her help.
Right.
And he looks very hurt by
He
this.
does.
But then Allison calls, and she calls Joe and Jack to come to Global Dynamics because they need to investigate to rule out sabotage for the crash. Because anytime anything goes wrong with global technologies and all that needs to be investigated, which makes sense.
Yeah, it's very sensitive information.
So they head to the infirmary, and Fargo is being a big baby about his minor injuries.
Big baby.
And the nurse might kill him.
I am with her. I would also be losing my mind.
Well, and she's great. I love this nurse.
She was amazing.
She had like one line in this entire scene, and she stole the scene.
100%. Oh, he'll be fine. He just has some broken ribs. But that boy might die.
The actress's name is Lawson Chambers, and I looked her up. It looks like she's done like a lot of smaller parts, but she was in a couple of things that I recognized that she was probably a bigger role in. So
I liked her a lot.
yeah, I like her a lot too. So they had to talk to Jake Wyatt, and he seems very genuine.
Yes.
Like, he doesn't know what happened.
He's very upset with himself, like, for it happening.
Yeah.
He wants to help however he can.
He doesn't, like, take stimulants or anything except a cup of coffee in the morning and a beer before bed. And Jack's like, I feel you, bro.
Like, my guy.
So, but then they're like, we're going to go to your house and just look around. And he's like, yeah, no, anything I can do to help, that's fine, you know. Mm-hmm. Then we head to the warehouse lab again. We haven't seen this since...
It's been quite a while.
We haven't seen the warehouse lab since Callister Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
So we're back in the warehouse lab because obviously Stark is trying to keep all this secret. Mm-hmm. Plus, technically, he doesn't work at GD anymore.
Right.
So he's working with Kevin at his warehouse lab. And Kevin is working on a model of the artifact. And he says he sees it in his dreams. And Nathan's like, I do too.
He's like, me too, bud. Me
Yeah.
too. My guy.
Jack and Joe head to Wyatt's house, the truck driver's house, and they talk about what they wanted to be when they were young.
Which is so cute.
Jack wanted to be a pitcher. That's no surprise.
Right.
And Joe wanted to be a dancer.
So stinking cute.
I love it. But she grew up with, 3 brothers and no mom, and she learned how to be tough.
Yep.
Here we
She
are.
would have been Josephina Ballerina.
But she will tase Carter for saying that.
Right. But kudos on coming up with that so quickly. It was cute.
Yes. Jack also, while they're looking around the apartment, or house, I guess, Jack also finds that he's got a lot in common with Wyatt. They're both divorced. And they have what Jack calls the same pay grade. We find out later that it's just a type of job or a type of schedule.
Right.
But it's G3. So he's just kind of making some connections of things they have in common. And they also find that Jake has been moonlighting. He's been working for another trucking company. You know, gotta pay the bills.
Yeah, you got to.
He's probably got alimony to
Right.
pay. And then we flash back to Jake in the infirmary, and he's having this weird dream about the crash. And then he flatlines. And Fargo is having the same dream, but he wakes up. Now, they shock Wyatt like 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then just declare him dead.
Right.
What the hell? They bounced on Fargo's chest after, like, they tried to shock him, and he came back. This guy, they're like, after like 2 minutes, they're like, nope, he's dead.
That's enough. We're done.
And I guess it's just because he's not a main character, but, you know.
Poor guy.
So Fargo is panicking that he died because of the dream. And Jack notices the nurse's face. Because Jack notices things.
He's a good noticer.
And while everyone is saying, no, you can't die in a dream, la la la, Jack asked her opinion, and she said, well, I had the same dream too. So we're sharing dreams here. This
Right,
is happening.
something's happening.
Yeah. And it seems that many other people around town are sharing dreams, and it's causing problems.
People are not okay.
Yes. Like, there's a wife that got mad at her husband, probably for cheating on her in a dream. But probably not even cheating. It's probably like she didn't even exist in the dream.
Right. It was like a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Because it's a dream.
Yes. Have you ever done that?
Been mad at someone when I woke up from a dream?
Yeah.
No. I've been, like, sad. Like, my feelings were hurt from something someone said in a dream. But I've never been mad at someone when I woke up from a dream.
I think...
Mostly because I deep dive into dreams too much. If it's, like, a really, like, heavy dream.
Yeah.
I psychoanalyze the shit out of it. Thank you, Carl Jung. And then I'm like, oh, and then I get my feels. But no, I've never been mad at someone for my dreams.
I think it's only happened, like, once. But I woke up from a dream once, and it wasn't even, like... And it was when I was married to Vince. And it wasn't even like he was cheating or anything like that in the dream. It was that I was having a really rough time, and he, like, couldn't care less. And so when I woke up, I was, like, so mad.
Like, how dare you?
It took me, like, an hour to, like, calm my brain down and be like, no, this was a dream. Stop being mad. He didn't do anything wrong. Like,
Bless it.
But, yeah, I think that's the only time. But, yeah, it has happened to me. But, again, logically,
Right.
I know that that wasn't him. That was my subconscious telling me things that probably had nothing to do with anything.
Right.
But it has happened. I didn't even get mad at him for talking in his sleep and dreaming of another woman.
Yeah, because it's a dream. We don't mean to.
Probably because the other woman was
A character in the show, right?
a character in Eureka.
Yeah.
And he was Jack Carter in the dream.
So you're like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. So with all these shared dreams causing problems, Jack calls it dreams becoming contagious.
Yes.
And Allison is like, dreams can't be contagious.
Right.
And he's like, well, considering it happened to
Yeah.
Joe and me
Me.
and Fargo and countless other people,
Might
I
wanna
think it can.
reevaluate their alley.
Yeah. And his little smirk. You mentioned the
so
smirk.
Cute.
And
It's like, because it sounds like they're fighting, but he's enjoying it.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
she is not.
She is not.
The look on her face is like, way to be smug. Jerk.
Right.
But he thinks that it was the chemical spell
Mm-hmm.
that is causing the dreams to be contagious because it happened right before people started sharing dreams.
Yeah, it's a logical assumption.
Yeah. It's not a far leap.
Right.
And it's Eureka.
And Henry was like, yeah, maybe.
It's Eureka. Weirder things have happened.
Right.
So.
And we don't know what, like, all of that waste was technically to...
Right.
They're like...
Because it was
it's-
concentrated
Yeah,
waste.
it's like all of the waste combined.
Yeah.
And then concentrated. And Jack's like, great, you can get rid of it all, except for the most dangerous parts.
Yay. So then we head to Dr. Paul Sueños' lab. Yeah, you like that name? I like that name.
Do you speak Spanish?
Come on up. Because as as we know from the title of the episode,
It means Dr. Dreams.
Sueños means dreams. So he's Dr. Dreams.
I love it.
And he's working on a dream machine that, when we look at it, looks a lot like the thing in Kevin's room.
Sure does.
Jack has not put this together yet, but he will.
And I hadn't at the time. Second watch through I did.
And this dream machine is sort of, he calls it a dream spectrometer.
Yes.
And it's supposed to help, like, record the basics of a dream.
Yeah.
So that people can study it and stuff.
I mean, there's so, like, my dad and Aaron both have the craziest dreams and most intricate dreams.
Uh-huh.
And they wake up remembering all of them. Like, they know detail for detail, and it's like a novel when they send it to me. And I would love for their dreams to get recorded. No one needs to see my dreams. They're not, like, dirty or, like, they're just gory.
Oh, that's no
Yeah.
good.
And they're not, like, stress dreams. I just have very gory dreams. Sometimes they're stress dreams. But I have experienced 9/11 so many times.
It's a product of our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, also, like, just terrorists. Like, there's lots of blood and gore and people dying in my dreams.
No.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
So then Allison heads to the warehouse lab, but it's a dream. And she's looking for Kevin. She can't find him. She gets really worried. But
Kevin!
when she does find him, he communicates with her.
Yeah, perfect.
Just
like, communication.
normal. Yeah, like a neurotypical kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to show her something. And he says, "Are you ready?" And she says, "I don't know. What's in there?" He says, "Everything."
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. So then we get more dream sharing, more fighting. Everybody's at the sheriff's office. And it's like, really, why are you bothering the sheriff with your...
With your dreams.
with your arguments.
Right.
About your dreams.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this sounds more like a Beverly problem.
But Beverly's missing.
She's not there, I know. But this sounds like a therapist problem, not a
Yes.
sheriff problem. Not a police matter. But it does help because it helps in the investigation on what the heck is happening. So,
Correct.
Allison asks Nathan to stop the dream machine in Kevin's room.
She said it worked,
Yeah.
but you have to stop it.
Yeah. And he's excited that it works, but she is too worried about the town. And she's like, "No, we have to stop." And he's like, "No, we can't. Don't you want to connect with your son?" He's
Yeah,
totally
he
manipulating.
does manipulate the shit out of her right there.
Ugh. And it's gross. Nathan is kind of gross in this whole episode.
He was.
So.
Like, he wanted to help Kevin, but also he wanted to get answers. So his priorities just kind of got mixed in and gross.
Yeah. So then we find out, though, that Vincent has not been affected. And so Jack tests the theory about the place being the reason. He has a sleepover at Cafe TM.
That would be fun.
Yeah. And then I just wrote, Nathan obsesses more about the artifact.
Correct.
I mean, this is what's happening. And then at the sleepover, efficiency lady, Dr. Childress, organizes everyone's sleeping arrangements. Head to toe, people.
Beautifully. She does a beautiful job.
And Vincent thinks she's great. Jack has had enough.
Some people can't stand us efficient people, all right? We just have things to do.
Everyone goes to sleep. And then Nathan tries to get Allison to share Kevin's dream again. She's like, I love watching him sleep. He seems like every other kid. And Nathan asks a poignant question. Do you really want him to be like every other kid?
Right.
And kind of, she knows selfishly, she says sometimes and feels guilty about it because she wants what's best for him.
Right.
And the one thing she said that, like, nearly had me in tears, I thought it was, like, the sweetest thing ever, is when she says he's different and brilliant. And most of the time I love that, but different is hard. And brilliant is hard. And heck, normal is hard. And that right there hits the point.
Deep for anyone that is any kind of neurodivergent or just different at all with anything.
Yeah. And it is. It's true. Different is hard, but normal is hard.
Right.
Like, we all have our challenges. It's just everybody's challenges are different.
Right.
they're talking about Kevin, and she really just wants to be connected to him. Mm-hmm. And while she wants to protect him, not at the expense of the rest of the town.
Right.
So she tells him to turn it off to prove that it's not that machine. And he kisses her on the cheek and says, no.
That was a dick move.
That was a total dick move, because once again, he's dictating what happens with Kevin and not giving her any choices. Allison came down the stairs in her pajamas.
Ow, ow.
Very cute little outfit.
So cute.
Matching robe and everything.
Right.
And Stark kissed her passionately.
Yes.
And Carter shows up. This is when we know it's a dream.
Yes.
And then he sticks his hand in between them kissing.
He's like, no, thank you.
Which is hysterical. And he says, I need to talk to Allison about this. And then he kisses her.
Yes, he does.
And then Dr. Childress is there.
And she's like, this isn't very efficient.
Yeah, she criticizes his technique.
Again, dream job.
Which he does not appreciate, but Stark does.
Of course he does.
And Allison kind of does too.
Because it's funny.
Then it flashes to Henry with his flashy thing in the garage, saying something about, I'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
But that's all we get. And then it flashes to a Spanish setting.
It sure does.
Mm-hmm. And Stark is the bad boy. And then it's Zorro-looking fella to the rescue.
Yes.
The man in black.
Because a Spanish Joe is like, I can't be with you.
There's
My
another
love
man.
belongs to another.
Un otro hombre. And then arrive the man in black. Who are you?
The other man.
El otro hombre. And the whole dream is in Spanish. Turns out Fargo is the man in black.
Yes.
And he wins the sword fight and kisses the girl. And then Joe wakes up first. And then Fargo wakes up going, Madre Dios.
And Joe is so mad at Fargo.
So upset.
Like, Fargo, how could you have this dream about me?
You're right. And that whole scene is one of my favorites in the entire series.
It's great. It's fun to see Fargo in a role like that.
Yes. Because he was smooth. He was suave.
Yes.
We like Fargo this way. And Joe was upset.
Yes.
So then they rule out that it's the location. It's not the location that is the factor. Right. So everyone wakes up except a few. And they head to GD. But they bring the few that won't wake up to the infirmary. And they get everyone to Global Dynamics. Everybody's kind of in the rotunda, kind of milling about. They have to put them somewhere. And it turns out that the acetylcholine was elevated, and that's what killed Wyatt.
Not the acetaminophen.
Not the acetaminophen.
That's what Maddie takes.
But that brings us to this week's
Science Corner.
Science Corner. But you know what? Henry said it best. I'm going to let Henry take this week's Science Corner.
Hey, tell me you found something.
I went back, reviewed the autopsy, and discovered that Jake Wyatt had abnormally high levels of acetylcholine in his spinal fluid.
Which is?
A neurotransmitter, a chemical that allows your neurons to communicate and your muscles to flex and is essential to dreaming.
So the dream did kill him?
No, but elevated levels have a devastating effect on neural function and ultimately lead to the loss of muscle control. In this case, his diaphragm, he's suffocated in his sleep.
I have a sinking feeling I know where this is going.
That's right. All the latest victims have high levels, including you, and those levels are rising.
Thanks, Henry.
So yes, Henry kind of explained what acetylcholine is, and he explained it quicker and better than I could. And the one thing that I will say, though, is when I was reading up on it, I didn't really read anywhere, like, what would happen if your levels elevated or anything like that. So I don't even think that's really a thing.
Yeah.
So I know that there's problems that can occur if you're taking certain medications or you have certain disorders where the receptors get damaged or the receptors aren't functioning properly. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing about, like, elevated levels. There's an imbalance issue sometimes, but yeah, the elevated levels wasn't even a thing. So that, I think, is the fiction part of the science fiction.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But acetylcholine is a thing, and it does make your muscles contract, and it's a neurotransmitter, and all the things Henry said. So, thanks, Henry.
Thank you.
So we do find out, too, that everyone has elevated levels. Everyone that's having that are dreaming. Not necessarily all the shared dreamers, but the ones that are having the dreams have the elevated levels. And Dr. Suenos realizes that one of his dream machines is missing.
Bum, bum, bum.
And Jack then figures out that it's in Kevin's room, because he makes the connection of how they look similar.
Yep.
So he goes to tell Allison, but she knows.
And he's not happy.
He is angry. I mean, first of all, lack of sleep.
Right.
So I'm sure he's got a short fuse at this point.
Heard.
But also, this is pretty maddening. Like,
Yeah.
you know the town's in danger. Why wouldn't you tell me?
Yeah, I don't blame him for being mad at her.
Right. And they do find out, though, that 50 people have the elevated levels.
Yes.
50 exactly.
That's a very specific number.
Yes. And Fargo is not on the list.
Which means...
That he did not have the Man in Black dream.
Which means...
And Stark says, well, I certainly didn't have that dream. Which means...
Joe had the dream.
Joe's got at least a minor crush on
At least
Fargo.
subconsciously has a crush on Fargo.
Right. At least or at the very least, like, could see him as the hero.
Right.
And Jack realizes that all the people on the list are the same, what he thinks is pay grade, G3. So Jack starts putting all of these pieces together, and they figure out that maybe what Dr. Childress is working on with the neural network and all that could amplify the dream machine and create this perfect storm to cause the shared dreaming.
Right.
So they head off to talk to Dr. Childress, and Joe says hurry up because she can't feel her legs. So she's in trouble. And Fargo stays with Joe at the infirmary.
Super cute.
He's really cute. Well, the look on his face when they realized that it was Joe's dream.
Was just adorable.
It really was. He's all proud of himself.
He is so proud.
But they head to Dr. Childress, and she was tapping into people's brain power while they sleep. And that combined with the dream machine would cause this. And she's like, you know, it's in everybody's contract that they could be randomly selected for double-blind studies.
Right.
Allison's like, I told you to read that contract.
I mean, you should read contracts.
True. Although that begs the question, Zoe and Pilar shared a dream. They're both minors.
Oh, interesting.
Neither one of them could have signed said contract.
That's true.
So,
Well,
I
maybe
mean,
the parents sign one for the kids.
maybe? I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's not a question that ever gets answered. So Dr. Childress says that she's going to shut down the system, but they have to scrub the acetylcholine from the system in order for it to kind of reset itself and stop overproducing. Mm-hmm. So, of course, Jack is the test dummy.
Because he is selfless.
Because he is. And honestly, I'm pretty sure, like, he doesn't trust anybody else to be the guinea pig.
Right.
So he always is the guinea pig. And here we are. But this tank that they put him in, and then he has to breathe in the liquid, it reminds... terrifying. I don't know if I could do it. But also, it reminds me... Have you ever seen the movie The Abyss?
No.
Ooh. It's a movie from, like, I'm guessing the 90s. I think it was the 90s. But they go, like, super deep under the ocean. Mm-hmm. And in order for them to go deeper, the pressure would be too much. It would collapse the lungs or whatever. So they have what they called liquid oxygen.
Ooh.
And it's basically like what a fetus would bounce around in the womb.
Interesting.
But still be oxygenated. At least this is in the movie. This is science fiction, but it's in the movie. Anyway, so they have to, like, breathe that in and breathe that while they're so far under the ocean. So, and it's kind of the same deal. It's like you feel like you're drowning at first, but then as you breathe it in, it works.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So that movie is kind of just stuck in my brain. I've only seen it a couple of times, and it was a long time ago last time I saw it, but it's stuck in my brain. But Jack breathes that liquid in, and it works, and it's all going good. So now they're going to treat everybody. Towards the end of the episode, Jack sees Henry at Cafe Diem and says that it feels like he got a full body enema.
Which, gross.
Henry thinks it's gross too.
Yeah, Henry and I are on the same page there.
But Jack asks Henry about the Henry flash that he saw.
He's like, that one felt different.
And Henry says, oh, I guess that's just how dreams are.
That's crazy, man.
Here's the sports section. Change the subject.
Yep.
Well, then we just see Joe arriving to work, and there's a present on her desk.
And it's so cute.
The card says, glad to see you back on your feet. C, so we know it's Carter. Mm-hmm. And it's ballet slippers.
So sweet.
Which at first it feels like the acting is like she's a little embarrassed, but also really happy about it.
100%, which would be right on character.
Yeah. So we love that. And it's a cute little thing. Like you see their friendship growing in this episode too.
Right. And then, I mean, we saw it grow in the last episode too. Like, you see how Joe cares about people, even if she's snarky with them, when Zoe mentioned something about, like, her dad being a jerk or whatever. And she's like, hey, in my family, we respect our parents. Yeah. Like, she cares about Carter. Yeah. She just has to be a jerk about it. And I get that, because that's me with Dean.
Yeah.
I care about you, but don't let anyone know.
I care about you, but also that's why I poke fun at you. Right. But that is our episode. That's the episode of Eureka anyway. It was I like it. I liked
it a lot.
My favorite scene is the Man in Black scene.
Of course it is.
Of course it is, because Fargo gets to be the hero.
It was super cute.
Oh, but I have a game for you.
I love games.
I know you do. Smash or pass?
Let's go.
All right. What about Jake Wyatt, the truck driver?
Pass. He seemed genuine. I just don't think he's a smash.
Yeah.
Like, I respect him. I like him. I think
I'd have a beer with him at the bar.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't drink beer, but I mean, yeah, I'd hang out with him if he were at karaoke or something. Yeah. But not a smash. What about Dr. Childress? The
Smash.
Efficiency. Yeah?
Smash.
I know you would smash.
I love efficiency, man.
And she was very commanding about it.
Yeah, she was.
I'm going to go ahead and pass. She was just too
much?
Too stuffy.
Yeah.
For me. Too efficient. What about Dr. Suenos?
Smash.
Smash.
He was smooth.
And when we were watching the episode, the very first scene he was in, you were like, oh, smash. He was cute. I would hit on him at a bar, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What about the Man in Black?
I mean, smash, but it was so cheesy and funny that, like, it was not even remotely sexual. But I would definitely take Fargo as the hero again.
Yes. I'm smashing. Of course I am. What about Stark speaking Spanish?
Smash.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one.
Smash.
I kind of smashed that too.
Real quick.
Yeah.
That one was not difficult for me.
He did all right. All right. Smash or pass? Shared dreaming.
Pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to see my dreams?
I don't know. Like, I don't want anyone to see my dreams. Or I do. Sometimes I just want to, like, pull a clip.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I want recorded dreams.
Oh, yeah. So that you can decide
Yeah,
what you
I don't want, like, everyone can just see my dreams all the time. That would be horrible.
That would be horrible. I have some weird dreams, man.
Same.
Anything else about this episode, Manny?
I don't think I have anything, Corinne. I think that's it.
Well, all right then. I guess I'll just go ahead and roll those credits.
Madi and Rin are a pair of best friends and photographers and lover of all things nerd culture. We have no affiliation with the Sci-Fi Channel or the producers of Eureka.
We are having fun here. Everything we say is our own opinion and thoughts. Nothing is official.
If you want to contact us, you can email or find us on Instagram and drop us a line there. Our email address is youshouldwatchpod1@gmail.com. And on Instagram, we are at youshouldwatchpodcast.
Big thanks and praise, always, to John Eric Copeland for the use of his original song written for this podcast. He is the founder of From the Moment Music at fromthemomentmusic.com.
Thanks, Dad. Now, go follow the show on whatever platform you found us on, and tell your besties to listen. And until next time,
Bye, besties!